What is up, FPG fam? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Tower Fantasy video. So in today's video, I wanted to simply break down and do a complete guide on what I consider to be Friggs' strongest team, consisting of Nemesis, Frigg herself, and Meryl. I find this team to be insane and incredibly strong, and I've been using them extensively. So I did want to do a full guide for you, so that way if you have these simulacras together, you know exactly how to use them, what benefits you're getting from them, and things of that nature. So hopefully this video is helpful. If it is, drop a like, sub if you're new. I would love to have you stick around. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump straight into it, starting off with Nemesis herself. So I find Nemesis to be incredibly strong in this team comp because of things that I mentioned in previous videos multiple times: the passive healing, the off-field DPS with the electrode. You don't have to have Nemesis out there to get all the benefits from her. That off-field DPS, that consistent damage while you have your main DPS out there, is incredible in my opinion, and I really like that pairing. So I prefer Nemesis over Coco Ritters for those reasons alone. Once again, it's definitely a personal preference, but I find Nemesis to be incredibly strong in this team comp, and I think you should give it a try if you haven't already. Now let's talk about Meryl, and I have to say Meryl has had one of the greatest glow-ups paired with Frigg, or I should say one of the biggest benefits. I've always considered Meryl to be a strong simulacra, but paired with Frigg takes Meryl to a whole nother level. She becomes a beast of a simulacra for many reasons that we'll go more into detail about when we talk about Frigg. But Meryl is obviously on the team for shield breaking, and let me tell you something, I've had zero issues with shields with Meryl paired with Frigg, because this combination allows Meryl to slice through shields like hot knife through butter. It's actually kind of absurd how strong it is. Not only that, Meryl has an increased damage boost because paired with Frigg and the Frost Resonance. So it is incredible. Meryl is a beast right now in this team comp. I absolutely am floored every time I pull Meryl out, do the discharge, do the skill, and see how much damage she's doing and see the shields melt. It's kind of incredible and blows my mind every time. So Meryl is phenomenal in this team comp. I recently got her in the SSR selector. When I finally pulled Frigg, I decided to go for Meryl in the SSR selector, built her up, and I have been pleasantly surprised and happy ever since. So Meryl's a beast with this team. It is incredible, and I've been enjoying it, needless to say. So Meryl's fantastic. And then speaking about Frigg herself, so we've been talking about Frigg quite often since her release and leading up to it, right? And everything about Frigg is great in my opinion, but one of the best things is the Frost Resonance that's coming along with her. So you're getting that increased frost attack by 15% and then the resistance by 25%. This directly helps Meryl, and that's one of the things that I was mentioning earlier. That extra 15% in frost attack is pretty significant in my opinion. It allows Meryl to be hitting like a truck. So I really like the Frost Resonance with Frigg here. But not only that, what also helps Meryl a lot, and that why there's such a good pairing, Frigg and Meryl, is because when you pop the skill Thimble Winter, when you are in the Frost domain, you increase Shatter by 25%. This is why Meryl, she was a good shield breaker before. Now she is arguably the best shield breaker when you pair with Frigg, because you get that increased Shatter by 25%. I'm telling you, shields do not last when you have Meryl and Frigg paired together. It is phenomenal. So you have Frigg providing that for Meryl, increasing ice weapon damage as well, and then you pair on top of that the multi-slash, being able to hit multiple enemies, do tons of damage. It is incredible. But I think one of the biggest benefits that I don't hear enough people talking about when it comes to Frigg and what she's bringing to the table is the skill, but for how long the skill lasts for. I'm gonna be honest with you, outside of the 4K trait that you can get for Frigg, which is busted, Frigg's skill for how long it lasts for and the AoE is absurd. I think this is almost broken because it lasts for so long. It allows you to do so many things that I don't see enough people taking advantage of, because it lasts for 25 seconds and it only has a cooldown of 30 seconds. This skill is, for the most part, pretty much spammable. That's just great utility, because what you can do is the skill for Frigg, and then you have insane charge rate for your other weapons as well. So then you can switch into Meryl's, do the discharge, and that way you're going to break the shields. You can go right into the skill for Meryl as well, and you can break the shields, and then you can actually go right back into Frigg the Fimble Winter, the Frost domain, is still going to be out there for you to take advantage of, and then you can go right into multi-slashes. So you can break shields, and then you can go right into multi-slashes and be able to do max damage. So I just find this to be incredibly OP. And then you have only a 5-second cooldown, so that way you can do a few basic attacks, and then you can pop the skill and then rinse and repeat, and you're doing it all over again. At that point, you can then pop Nemesis' discharge, have the electrode out there, which the electrode stays out there for quite some time as well, switch right back into Frigg, go right back into the multi-slashes. It's just absurd. And then you can do Meryl's discharge right into the skill, go back into Frigg, and be able to do the multi-slashes again. It's bonkers in my opinion. It's absolutely absurd. I don't see enough people talking about how long the skill lasts for, the Frost domain, and how it's pretty much spammable. I find that to be just incredibly strong in my opinion. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments down below. I just am blown away by that. And then if you have the trait unlocked for Frigg, the 4K trait, having the hyper body is just broken. After that, it is just broken, because then you have hyper body for Frigg, you have hyper body for Meryl. You're never getting interrupted on anything that you're doing. You can just sit there and do multi-slashes all day long. You could do Meryl's skill all day long. You are just never going to get any hit back or hit stun or anything like that. So this team, because of those reasons, are why I find this team to be so incredibly strong, because there's so much synergy here. It's just, I mean, I've been having so much fun with it. It's been just a great time, and I've been having zero issues clearing content and doing things that I need to do. On top of that, I did want to quickly talk about the matrices for Frigg. Now, the one I'm running in the clip that you're seeing right now is the 4-piece matrices for Frigg. And the benefit for that is, for the 2-piece, it's going to increase frost attack by a certain percentage for 10 seconds when switching between frost weapons. So this is great for switching from Frigg to Meryl and vice versa. And then you have the 4-piece set when unleashing the frost domain within the weapon Balmung. Enemies within the frost domain receive frost damage equal to a percentage of attack every second. So once again, great benefits for Meryl, Frigg, vice versa. If you have Coco Ritter, Tsubasa in there, they all benefit as well. So I just find the 4-piece to be good. Obviously, a very strong piece, arguably stronger than the 4-piece Frigg, would be the 2-piece Huma, 2-piece Samir. So you have a lot of different matrices that you can put together, and will benefit when you are looking what to put on Frigg. So anyways, guys, hopefully this gave you a better idea of why I think this team is so strong, why I find this team to be so insane. And if you use this team, let me know what you think about it in the comments down below, and let me know what other teams you've been pairing with Frigg. I know there are many different options. Like I mentioned, this is just what I consider to be the strongest team for Frigg, but I know there are many different options out there. You have Tsubasa Frigg, Coco Ritter, you have Nemesis Frigg, Tsubasa, because I know some people don't like Meryl's gameplay or find Meryl to be that strong. So I understand there are many different teams that you can put together with Frigg, and that's another great benefit for this simulacra in particular, is that Frigg fits on many different team comps. You don't have to really bottleneck her into a certain one. She can be flexible and fit into many different team comps. I know somebody's going to do a comment about that flexible thing, but anyways, just, you know, use what you enjoy and what you have the most fun with. And let me tell you, I've been having the most fun with this team. So anyways, I'm going to get on out of here. I hope you enjoyed once again. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. My name is Cody, but you can call me Further. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.